So I thought let's make a top 10 best alien movies of all time, because the UAP congressional hearing just ended and they just announced the sighting and the confirmation of aliens and UFOs. So I thought, why not? Let's just do this video. At number 10, I have Attack the Block, which came out 2011, directed by Joe Cornish. And this film is about a group of South London teenagers who are trying to protect their housing estate from an alien invasion. And this is a fresh and original approach which we haven't not seen before. It blends action, sci-fi, humour and gore. And this was Joe Cornish's directorial debut as well. It has witty and authentic dialogue, especially if you're from London, strong character development, and John Boyega's breakout performance as well. At number 9, I have Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which came out in 1956, directed by Don Siegel. And this is a classic sci-fi film that people discover there are alien spores which are taking over people's bodies. And this film delves into the themes of conformity, paranoia, and loss of identity. And this film has a clever use of suspense, which struck a chord with quite a few audiences. And its twist ending has one of the most memorable moments in sci-fi history. At number 8, I have War of the Worlds, which came out 2005, directed by Steven Spielberg. And this is a gripping adaptation from H.G. Wells' novel, and focusing on a survival story about Ray Ferrier, who is played by Tom Cruise, who did a brilliant job in this movie, and his children during a devastating alien attack. And this film stands out with its gritty and realistic portrayal of the chaos that we would actually have if there was an alien invasion. Spielberg's direction and impressive use of VFX and special effects brought the apocalyptic novel to life, making it a thrilling and emotionally charged experience. At number 7, I have Independence Day, that came out in 1996, directed by Roland Emmerich. And this is a defining blockbuster movie that came out in the 90s that everyone could attest to. And it's one of the few sci-fi films that have an epic scale for an alien invasion. And Roland Emmerich somehow combines the element of a full-scale invasion with heart and humour. And this has a great cast such as Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum, Bill Pullman, and they delivered memorable performances, which gave the film a lot more appeal, and is notable for its iconic destruction sequences and the famous speech by President Whitmore. And still to this day, it's the most beloved popcorn flick for the summer. At number 6, I have Edge of Tomorrow, which came out 2014, directed by Doug Liman. And this presents a fresh take on a time loop concept. You have William Bill Cage, played by Tom Cruise, who is in an endless loop dying from aliens after an invasion on Earth. Every time he dies, he must restart the day and learn from his mistakes. And this film has thrilling action sequences with great humour and a great engaging storyline. At number 5, I have Predator, which came out in 1987, directed by John McTiernan. And in this film, you have a group of elite special soldiers led by Dutch, who's played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And they become a target for a predator in the jungle. And the predator, who had great tactics and advanced technology, became an iconic and fearsome alien creature in the sci-fi genre. And the film blends horror, violence, action, suspense, and for me, it is a perfect action sci-fi film. At number 4, I have E.T., which came out in 1982, directed by Steven Spielberg, and this has a heartwarming story about a boy called Elliot, who befriends a gentle alien creature from space. Of course, this is not an alien invasion film per se, but it's still one of the best sci-fi films of all time. It has themes of friendship, empathy, and the wonder of a childhood imagination, and great performances by Henry Thomas and young Drew Barrymore, and it captured the essence of innocence and emotional connections. At number 3, I have Arrival, that came out 2016, directed by Denis Villeneuve, and this has more of a cerebral approach to the alien counter narrative, and focusing on a character called Louise Banks, played by Amy Adams, who tries to communicate with extraterrestrial forms. And Denis Villeneuve delves into the idea of languages, time, and the nature of human perception. With non-linear storytelling and emotional depth, it stands out as one of the most intelligent and thought-provoking films in sci-fi history. At number 2, I have the 1982 The Thing, directed by John Carpenter. And this film centers around a group of scientists who discover an alien form that can adapt and change into any living creature or living thing. And this film is known for its claustrophobic and suspenseful elements, practical creature effects by Rob Bottin, and a sense of paranoia that no one can actually trust each other. And The Thing is the benchmark for sci-fi horror, with phenomenal chilling visuals and a very unsettling tone. And at number 1, I have the 1979 Alien, directed by Ridley Scott. This redefined the sci-fi genre with groundbreaking blend of suspense and claustrophobic terror and extraterrestrial horror. And this film follows a crew who are on board the Nostromo, and Sigourney Weaver's portrayal of Ripley became an iconic and groundbreaking lead in the sci-fi genre. The film's haunting set design, H.R. Giger's alien creatures design, and a masterful use of suspense and atmosphere has solidified Alien as a timeless classic and one of the most influential sci-fi films of all time. If we get offed by aliens, just recommend you check out these top 10 films. But at the end of the day, this is my views. These are my films that I like. Your list can be completely different. It's subjective at the end of the day. Let me know what kind of films that you like. What kind of sci-fi films do you think should be in the top 10? And let me know if you change your ranking compared to mine.